All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time again. Good morning and welcome back to fishing. So we are up crack of dawn right now. Not a gorgeous day. We might get some rain, but we're gonna try and get on some fluke action. First official fluke outing of the year. Hoping to make it start off with a bang. It's early. It's not even just in the day, but in the season. Season just opened on Tuesday. It's May 8th right now, so I don't know how this is going to go. This might be more of a bluefish or a striped bass session depending on how things go, but yeah, we're here in New York where the season is open, so hopefully this goes well and hopefully we have something good to tell, and as always, hopefully we'll get some fishing accomplished. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are on the water now. As I said earlier in the video, it is very early in the fluke season. It just opened up Tuesday. It's May 8th. I've never tried to fish this spot this early in the year to get fluke, but I know they're starting to move inshore elsewhere, and if they're in those spots, they should be here as well. I wish my thermometer was working better in my fish finder, but it's not. But it has been warmer this year, so there should be something here. And even if not fluke, there's definitely bluefish and bass around, so that's a worthwhile plan B, but it doesn't look like there's that many people out right now. Obviously that might change, but we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna move into some deeper water and hopefully get on some action. All right, here we go. First fluke drop of the year. I've not gone through a lot of my stuff recently, but I'm starting with what I think is probably a 3/4 ounce bucktail spro. No teaser to start. We're just gonna single jig it. Not marking too much life, but we'll see what happens. We're gonna give it a drop and see if we can get on some action. I don't even know what tide it is right now. It didn't really matter. I mean, it does matter, but I have a very limited window of time to fish today, so it's either we go now or we don't go, period. So we'll see what is going on, but we got at least 3 or 4 hours. Then I gotta head out. But hopefully we can make it happen by then. Definitely got some bird activity working, probably bluefish. We do another setup for that if they do come closer, but I'm not going to go after that just yet. We're gonna see if we can get on some fluke. Doesn't look like we have much of a drift right now. Tide is definitely high. Must be peaked. It's probably gonna start outgoing pretty soon. And hopefully when we get that movement, we can get some lively fish. Move a little deeper, now 30 feet of water. This is more or less about as deep as this area is, so I'm just gonna look around different contour lines. There's gotta be something here. There's a fish. All right. That might be our first fluke of the year. I think that's a fluke. That's a fluke. That's definitely 100% a fluke. Well, all right. Not a keeper, but we're not here for the wrong reason. Cool. All right, let's get them home. Let's see if we can find something much larger. See ya. Right, first fluke of 2021. Fluking accomplished. Obviously not the fluke we wanted, but perhaps the fluke we needed. Tide is still slack, so I'm hoping it'll only get better from here, but at least we know we're out here for the right reason. See if we can get another one. Make sure we get a waypoint created for that spot. We're not really moving much, so it's not so much for now, but once the tide does start moving, not that this is a spot that's a surprise to me. All right, we're gonna throw a little teaser action on there. I do know that in the past, this time of year, early in the season, sometimes the fish are a little more skittish about hitting something larger. So we're gonna try and up our chances by throwing a little teaser on there and see if that does the trick. Sometimes the teaser actually outperforms the bucktail. I feel like I've gotten a couple hits, but they haven't really committed. Maybe they'll do more so for this teaser, I don't know. Let's see what it does. All right, let's give the teaser rig a go. Definitely seeing some birds. A little bit of a hike. If they come any closer, I'll consider going after them. I do know if I go over there right now, the second I get there, they'll be gone. Even though that's totally flukeable area too. That kind of sounded wrong, but whatever. We're gonna fish here. We know there's fish around. And if this really doesn't pan out, we'll start chasing those birds. All right, teaser rig is going. I like to have a little more action when I'm fishing this high-low setup. You know, keep that tip moving, and then every so often give it a nice twitch. I find that that kind of really drives the fish insane with that top teaser rig. But maybe not, I don't know. Proof's in the pudding. All right, it's raining now. We've got some bluefish moving around. At least I think they're mostly bluefish. Tried chasing them for a bit, but I'm not really equipped for them right now. Tide's definitely starting to move, so might need to upsize my presentation, but this should be much better fluke jigging conditions. So, and clearly there's some bait around. All right, here is the rain we were promised. If this is all we get, it's nothing. Wind would be a bigger issue than rain, to be honest. I got my dry suit on, as long as it's not torrential. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Tide's definitely moving now. Tried chasing after school bluefish for a little while, but wasn't really doing. Here's the fish. I don't know what that is, but it's something. Small. I don't think that is a fluke, but it is. No, it's a sundial. Huh. Alright. Well, it's close to what we're targeting. Close, but not quite. Okay, we just got our second fish, a little sundial, aka window pane, in the flounder species, of course, flatfish, but not at all what we're looking for. Though if I did catch one that was big, I would consider keeping it and doing a catch clean cook, because they're definitely edible. They just don't have a lot of meat on them. Maybe do like a whole sundial recipe, I don't know. But let's continue fishing and see if we can get what we're looking for. Here we go. That's a fluke. Little guy, but fluke. Yes, sir. Went for that top hook. Just get my pliers out. See you later, buddy. All right, just got our second fluke. As expected, it went for the top hook of this high-low rig, or whatever you want to call it, teaser setup. Doesn't surprise me. I'm fishing a fairly heavy bucktail for this kind of depth and for what is all likelihood a lot of small fish. Tide is moving right now, so I don't really have a choice unless I fish a completely different kind of rig. So we're sticking with something a little heavier. I think it's 1.5 ounces, which is what I really like fishing out in Montauk in deeper water. But for here, it's probably a little bit of overkill. But at the very least, this top hook is getting where the fish want it. So let's try a very similar drift again and see if we can get another fish. All right, let's see if we can get a even trio of fish, even though it's technically an oxymoron. A triage of flatties, a trifecta even. I mean, technically I've already caught 3 flatfish, but let's see if we can get 3 summer flounder. And even better, let's see if we can get a keeper. Keeper would be the ideal way to start this season, but I am not holding my breath. It is still very early in the fluke season. There he is. That's better. That's a little better fish. That's definitely the best so far. And no, not even close. But it's a fluke, so we're happy with that. Spitting something up. Not even close. You're not even like a 1990s fish that would be keeper, but we're happy to catch you. Back in the day when they had to be 14 inches to keep. All right, just got our 3rd fluke. Of course, it was a short, but we're on to some kind of pattern. Oh, it might have been another hit. Still looking for a keeper though. All right, it's definitely a steady rain right now. It's not a really nice day, but as I said earlier, this is the only day I really have to potentially do this for a little while, so we're making the most of it. Turning my camera angle down a bit just to not get water in the lens, so I apologize if something epic happens and it comes out completely wonked, but make the best out of the situation. Lemons in a lemonade, etc., etc.
So after getting those few fish, which were in a fairly short amount of time, the bite just seemed kind of inconsistent. So I started moving around a little bit, and as I did this, the rain eventually started to tone down, but the wind started to jack up a bit, and the fish were fairly tricky to find. But I did keep moving around to see if I can get on either more numbers or more qualitatively sized fish. So here's how that went.
Oh, that was a bite. Something just grabbed it and ran. That's a fish. That's a better fish. Drag is all sorts of screwed up right now. Nice. Fluke though. Hello. All right, we just got another little short. We're gonna hit that drift up at least one more time. I felt like I might have had another hit or two. It's a little snotty. You got some strong outgoing tide and some moderate winds, so we're getting moved pretty fast. So I don't even have that much time left to fish. So we're gonna do that drift one more time and see what happens.
So after getting that fish, I already, as I said I didn't have much time left, and I hoped to fish for like another 45 minutes, maybe hour tops. But the wind and the tide were just working together, and it was just making it so much more of a chore than it had to be to fish. So I ended up cutting the fishing outing a bit short, which was fine. I mean, it wasn't really a hot bite anyways, and I was happy just to catch anything. So that's about it for this video. Again, obviously nothing too special, but I figured I'd have a proper first fluke fishing outing video. I'm not just going to post every single video of fluke fishing that I do, but hopefully I get into some keepers soon and I'll put that up, and some better size fish too. As I've said, this is just the beginning of the season. We got months left to go, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting into some solid fluke action. So as always, hit that like button if you can, subscribe if you haven't done so, and all that fun stuff. I look forward to getting more stuff out there soon, so do stay tuned, because you know what we do. Have a great day, and as always, goodbye from Fishin.